Hi, it's Tigo Venturi with the Venturi team and Keller Williams Realty with the Q1 2016 market update. I used to do this monthly. I think it's better to look at it from a quarterly standpoint because that really is where we can see the trends and what's going on in the market. But I'm starting off on this chart and I'm going to look down now. This chart is the annual appreciation in Albuquerque since 1978. So it goes all the way back to 78, as you can see. And I brought this up because this gives us last quarter, and these numbers are quarterly, these are yearly, the market appreciation or depreciation in the greater Albuquerque area. And when I say Albuquerque, I'm always talking the greater Albuquerque. That does include all the surrounding communities. But for 2015, which, we were watching this all year, it was frustratingly slow in market appreciation. We ended up somewhere around 1.5% market appreciation for Albuquerque. So I just wanted to follow up on that because these numbers just came up here about a month ago for the finals for 15. Now, what I am going to show you here is what's going on in the first quarter of 2016. So let's jump to that right now. The first chart I want to show you is this supply and demand chart, and that's something we've been watching closely in our Albuquerque market because we continue to have increase in demand and a decrease in supply. As you can see here, the number of for sale homes is down 9%. The number of under contract homes in the first quarter, 23% homes received a purchase agreement and went under contract in the first quarter of 16 versus 15. So that's a big jump up. Now, of course, all of those don't translate into actual closings. Some of those are going to fall out of escrow, which is not unusual. Obviously we hate it when it happens, but it does happen. And then we can see we're up 10% in the number of homes sold this year so far versus last year for the same period. So we are seeing a trend, again, continuing a number of homes being sold, less number of homes available for sale. I do want to jump to another chart if I have it here. Oh gosh, let me see. Where would it be? This one. Oh, it's not available. That's okay. We'll look at it later. The other chart I wanted to talk about in Albuquerque was affordability. I'm going to go to prices here in a second, but let's talk about affordability first. Affordability basically is a rating or a mathematical formula that tells you, okay, how is the affordability for housing compared to other parts of the market. And Albuquerque, this is a chart and analysis done by the National Association of Realtors, one of the great pieces of data that they give us. And for the end of 2015, Albuquerque was at 10%, is kind of what they're saying is that 10% of your income is going toward housing, which is very low. Traditionally, the U.S. is 15%. Historical in New Mexico is 14%. U.S. is 19%. So we're still trending below the national average as well as traditional and historical average for Albuquerque in affordability. So, low interest rates obviously have a huge piece to do with that. And so let's talk to the interest rate question, and that's the chart that I jumped to here a moment ago. Interest rates, here we go. 30-year fixed interest rate. This is the first quarter interest rates. Again, jumping back to 2016, starting at the end of the last year. And actually, rates have come down in the first quarter of 2016. Now, the projections are that they're probably going to go up. And so we're watching it closely to see, and there it is, to see what's going to happen. It's strange because the Fed raised the prime rate at the end of last year, and rates actually went down. But again, it has to do with oil, overall economy. It's all of that big macroeconomic stuff that affects interest rates. But this is a chart that's just kind of showing interest rate projections going through the year and into the beginning of next year. And right now we're at this kind of 3.9, and they're projecting it will probably be up maybe a quarter, 3/4 of, or excuse me, 4/10 of a point by the end of the year. But who knows what's going to happen. We've been projecting a raise in interest rates for a long time, and we still haven't seen it. And needless to say, it's just the point is it's a good time from a market, good time to buy because it's really helping affordability. talking about mortgages and interest rates, I did want to address one thing. There was a recent survey done by Bankrate. You can see it on this slide here. Is ask people, what size of down payment do you need? And 45% of the people either said 20% plus, or they didn't know, and which is surprising to me. I just wanted to put out there's 2.5% down, 3.5% down, 5% down loan programs. In New Mexico, we have this great thing called the Mortgage Finance Authority that has a $500 out-of-pocket program for first-time home buyers, and this other program, it's similar like a Hero program, which is also a $500 out-of-pocket. So, if you want to learn about the different things, talk to a good local lender. Obviously, we could always refer you to one. I want to emphasize, talk with a local lender. It always really helps. So let's jump to prices here real quick so we can show you what is going on with that. So we looked at supply and demand. Now let's jump to prices, first quarter. So average price and median price. So what we're looking at here is we've got first quarter 2015 versus first quarter 2016. Average price up 5%, 5.5%, median price up 4%. Now, I want to emphasize, that does not mean prices have appreciated 5 or 4%. That means that the average price and the median price went up that much. Actual appreciation is different than that, and so we don't 100% know, but I want to show you one other chart that makes me somewhat optimistic regarding price appreciation, and that is the average price per square foot. And so the average price in the first quarter of 2015 was $103. The average price in the first quarter of 2016 was $108. That kind of evens out the playing field a little bit, so you don't have these variations quite as much. And so we've got almost 5% increase in average price from 15 to 16. Now, it's going to take a while. We're going to have to wait for the home price index numbers to come out to see if we're actually tracking at a 5% appreciation. But, at this point, it kind of looks like that. So, a couple takeaways here. Interest rates are still low. Affordability is still good. There's still a decent number of homes for sale. However, that continues to decline every month, especially in some of the lower price points. It's getting much more competitive. And the place where there's really good value is in the higher end. If you get up in that $500, $600, $700, $800 million price range, there are some incredible values out there in homes. And so those are just a few takeaways. I appreciate you listening all the way to the end. And of course, if you ever want some help, you can reach us at welcomehomeabq.com as our website, or call us at 933-6881. Oh yeah, and don't miss and make sure you listen to our radio show every week. I kind of go through this stuff every week. We're on 95.9 FM or abq.fm on the internet, and we're 9 o'clock Saturday morning. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.